Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Thorne's Ominous God Selections here for Monday, December 9th. For again, today's play of the day. Quick recap what happened yesterday. Nice easy winner in the NFL with Ray McLeod over 31.5 receiving yards, a minus 110 on FanDuel. Never in doubt went over in the first half. I believe he finished over 90, so he ended up flying over. Cousins was horrible, but the passing yards were there, and McLeod got a bunch of targets, so nice winner there. Look for the winner here on Monday. For the next play, though, I want to remind everyone to get more plays on the website. So when you go to the website, the promo code WEH4US25 to get a quarter for purchase. Plus, a reminder, hit the like button, subscribe to the bell, so get notified there's an episode. And for the next play, going to Monday Night Football, looking at a matchup between the Bengals and the Cowboys, taking place at around 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. For this game, to go with the player prop, to go with Joe Burrow, longest rush, over 7.5 yards at minus 105 on DraftKings. Time recording of 5 a.m. Eastern Time. So there's a couple reasons why I'm going to go with the over longest rush here for Burrow. First reason, he's gone over this number in 4 of his last 5 games. Plus, we're looking at the Cowboys, who've been really bad at actually stopping opposing quarterbacks from scrambling. Going through the last couple of weeks, the Cowboys have allowed an opposing quarterback to actually go over this number in 4 straight games. In fact, 4 straight quarterbacks have had a longest rush of at least 20 yards against this defense. Drew Lock had a 28-yarder last week. Jaden Daniels had a 23-yarder, Stroud had a 20-yarder, and Hurts had a 24-yarder. So yes, there are some mobile quarterbacks in there, but Drew Lock has some mobility, and he was able to go for 28 yards at a monster game on the ground. The Cowboys have struggled against mobile quarterbacks for years, and I think Burrow can scramble on at least one occasion with the defense kind of sleeping to get the job done by going for at least 8 yards in one run. But the Cowboys, I said before, are bad against quarterbacks, and they have been for years against the run in particular. And this year is no different because the Cowboys are allowing the most rushing yards per game to opposing quarterbacks in the entire league. So I do think that Burrow should find some success. You only need one run. Now, the reason why I'm going to go with the longest rush instead of the total yards here for Burrow is because of kneel downs. Bengals, of course, are favored, and I do think they might end up kneeling down a couple times at the end of the game. But I think Burrow should find himself open, of course, with all the weapons they have offensively, with Chase, with of course, Higgins, etc. The Cowboys might once again be so focused on stopping the pass that Burrow can find an opening on at least one play for at least 8 yards through his legs. I see that happening in this game. Now, I want to also mention Burrow's numbers against dome teams because, of course, this game's taking place in a dome. So since the start of the 2022 season, Burrow's played 4 games in a dome, and he's gone over this number in all 4 games. But you're going to give me a quarterback who's pretty, I'd say, underrated when it comes to mobility, with him going over this longest rush in 4 of the last 5 games. Cowboys, though, have allowed 4 straight quarterbacks to have a 20-plus yard run, and they're allowing the most rushing yards to opposing quarterbacks in the entire league. And Burrow, in domes historically, has been good at going over this number, including a game against Dallas where he went over this a couple years ago. But I am going to go with the over here. 7.5 feels a bit low. I think Burrow could get to 10 with one run. I'm going to guess he ends up with 1 for about 9, give or take, but I see 7.5 being too low, especially at minus 105. I like the price quite a bit in this matchup, so I'll go with the over. So once again, the play today here for Monday, December 9th is going to be on Joe Burrow, longest rush over 7.5 yards at minus 105 on DraftKings. Bye, everyone.